Hello everyone, I'm Guy that likes Lego, and today I'll be having my 50 subscriber special. There was originally going to be a 10x old file first battle pack build, but some packages weren't delivered and I wasn't able to build it. So this is the video in place of that, and this is something I like to call none to one. Sorry about that. That was not supposed to happen, but basically what none to one is basically a play on M&R Productions' worst to first. If you can hear that, that's my dog. Basically, none being the worst set, and then one being the best set. And the sets I am doing today are every single custom alternate build set thing I have ever reviewed. And yeah, I think this is going to be pretty fun. I already tried to record this, but then I lost audio, so let's do it again. And you probably already saw what the worst one is, so let me unpause this. How do I unpause this? Oh, no. Okay, the worst set here is, I don't remember the guy's name, but this is a File First A-Wing made out of 2 File First battle packs. Super flimsy. I don't think it looks good. It just falls apart whenever you build it. It's super asymmetrical. I really just hate this build. And for 2 File First battle packs, is not worth it. I do not recommend building this one. And next we have Dorian Bricktron's File First Heavy Speeder V2. I really don't like this. Super asymmetrical, even just in the skeletal building. And I'm going to pause it here for a second. But yeah, I do not like this build much, maybe because he has 2 versions. This is the worser one. And then you notice how there are timestamps on the side, because I'm not that good at being able to find some photos to use these. So I'm just using my thumbnail photos I've been using, and the timestamps are the basically how long the videos are. So yeah, so this is if you guys are watching this video, I'd recommend just like setting this aside, listening to this, not exactly just watching it. But yeah, let's move on to the next one. This next build we have is SineXTroid's a clone command center made out of 4 clone command centers, and I really do not like this. It's a waste of 4 clone command centers. He does not use the space very well. Like, you see, like, the 4 troopers in there, you can maybe fit 1 more, and that's it. You cannot fit a lot of troopers in this build, and I do not like it much. I do not recommend this either. Next we have, I think it's SpeedyOcelot's File First mech. It's decent. It does look kind of cool, but its posability is just not that good. You can't move the legs forward where you'd think. You can't move the arms forward at all. Falls apart really easily. It's a cool idea, but just a bad representation. Next, we have AppleMock's Heavy Assault Speeder. And you notice there are 2 builds. There is the Desert Fox, who I have to think is really good. It's made out of 1 File First battle pack. But the Heavy Assault Speeder, it's made out of 2 File First battle packs, and I hate it. It's a waste. It's a good speeder, but it's just a waste of 2 File First battle packs, and I hate it. And next we have, I think it's like Simplistic Orange, his File First Millennium Falcon. It's cool. It's a cool concept, but the cockpit really just throws it off for me. Like, it just juts out super unnaturally, and just not that big a fan. Next we have Dorian Bricktron's Mando Speeder out of the Razor Crest Microfighter. The main reason I don't like this is because it's basically a half-finished build. The reason he made it so big is because he basically made it half-finished, and that makes it fall apart easily, so I am not a big fan of this build. Next, I forget the guy's name, but this is his File First gunship. It's decent. You can fit some troopers on the back, a pilot gun, but it's just not my style. The platforms on back fall off a little bit easily. You can't see in this photo, but not my style, and it's not the best thing I've ever seen. Next, I don't know, this guy be made kind of like a turret post out of Clone Command Station. It's pretty cool. You have a barricade, just a very mid-tier thing, and there are a lot more that I think is better. And next, I forget the guy's name again, but this is his V-19 Torrent out of Obi-Wan Starfighter. It's a cool idea and everything, but just meh, I would say. That's my dogs. But yeah, this is just a very mid-tier build. And next, we have Riley Bard's TIE Striker. It's a really cool build overall, but the one thing that really kills it for me is that the middle cockpit section is the same as a TIE Fighter, and TIE Striker should have a longer cockpit, and that's what I did, but it's still pretty cool. I'd recommend it. Next, we have Bricoleur Bricks, File First Speeder made out of the new File First battle pack. It's pretty cool. It's just the back section for the troops kind of throws it off for me, and because that's the way it's used, I'm going to knock it a little bit for that. It is pretty cool. And then next, I don't know the guy's name, but this is his Mandalorian Starfighter that he made out of the Razor Crest. It's pretty cool. Has good function and all that, but, well, yeah, I mean, just, there are stuff that's better than it. Next, we have Dorian Bricktron's V1 of the File First Speeder, and this is a pretty cool build, and it's a lot better than his V1 version, and I do like it a lot. If you can hear that, that's my dog. Cool fold-out flaps, and, again, just a really cool build. I recommend it. Hello everyone, I'm going back and editing this, and I had to film this part, and I filmed this video in 2 parts, and the second part is a lot blurrier and not in the same style as the first part is. I just thought I'd let you guys know. This next build we have is Bricoleur Bricks Marauder Patrol Gunship. It's pretty cool, but the troop storage is just kind of lacking, and it's kind of hard to fit your minifigures in there. I mean, it fits all the minifigures in the set perfectly fine. It's just I wanted to fit more stormtroopers in it, and I couldn't, so that just knocks it for me. The next we have AA Bricks Imperial dropship, and this is really cool. You can fit a lot of troopers. It's pretty sturdy and everything, and I do like it a lot. It's a very cool build. Definitely recommend it. Next we have the New Republic of Bricks File First Y-Wing. The main thing that knocks this thing for me is that it's made out of 5 File First battle packs, and that's just an odd number to make a build out of. But this is pretty cool. It's very sturdy, very good playability, and I will say the back section of the cockpit's a little off, but otherwise pretty good. Next, we have Dorian Bricktron's File First Scout Tower, and sorry if you can hear an echo. But yeah, this is a pretty cool build. The only thing that knocks it down for me is that the base is really small. The tower can knock over easily, if you remember my review, and knock down my entire set. So, yeah. Next, we have Dorian Bricktron's File First Gunship. I do like it a lot, but the main thing is it kind of falls apart a little easily, and then the back section for troops it's just really weird. I mean, it doesn't have doors. It's kind of a platform that you pull out, so it's more of a dropship. But otherwise, it's pretty cool. Next, we have Dannyfordjohnson's File First Walker. This is a really cool walker. It has good posability, good play features, and everything. It's a really well-finished walker. But the only problem is he has not made instructions for this, and I don't think he will. So if you want to build this, it's a pain in the butt to have to try to build off of this video. Next, we have LEGOhio's battle droids versus stun tank or assault tank or something. And I really like this build just for the droids. I honestly couldn't care about the stun tank, but those droids are really just amazing. Good posability. They have good balance if you get the legs right or take off the back piece. So this is just really cool. And then next we have Dorian Bricktron's File First Dropship. It's really cool, and the main reason I have it down this far is just because I compare it to Bricoleur Bricks File First Dropship, and I just didn't like it much. It's still pretty cool. It's very asymmetrical, and that's another thing that knocks it for me, but I definitely recommend it. It'll be a good fit in Star Wars MOCs and everything. Next, we have Bricoleur Bricks File First Fire Tank, and this is really cool. The only problem I have for this is just the entire cockpit section of the fire tank is really just flimsy. The guns fall off with one tap, and then if you try to put them back on, there's a chance the entire thing will crumble in your hands. So, yeah. But otherwise, it's really cool. It looks really good and everything, and it has a cool side build. Next, we have Dorian Bricktron's File First Marauder. This is a really cool build. I don't really have anything wrong with it. It's just Marauder. It's kind of weird. But I can fit a lot of troops in it, and I think that's a good point of the Marauder, so you can fit a lot of troops. So I definitely recommend it. Next, we have Dorian Bricktron's File First Land Speeder, and this is a pretty cool build. The only problem I have with it is that the troopers fall off their seats really easily because they're connected by a jumper stud on their half filled out anti-stud piece on their legs, so they fall off easily. And next we have Bricoleur Bricks Swamp Speeder Carrier. It's really cool. It's just it looks kind of off. It's cool that you get 2 Swamp Speeders in 2 different variations, but the carrier is just kind of weird and everything. And I do like it. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just not my taste. Next we have Bricoleur Bricks File First ATOT. The main thing I have with this is that I got my expectations too high, and there's not a lot you can do with this build. The main thing you can do with this build is move the cannons and put troops in. I thought there would be a bit more to it. I mean, I knew the legs are static, but yeah. And then if you try to make the legs unstatic, they're just not strong enough to support the weight of the ATOT. So next we have Dorian Bricktron's File First Diorama. This is a pretty cool set. It's just not as good as some other stuff on this list. So yeah, I definitely did enjoy this. I kept it built for a little while, and it's pretty cool. Next, we have Bricoleur Bricks File First Defense Tower. This is a really cool build. You have multiple levels inside the tower. You have gun storage, 2 guns in the lower half, 2 guns in the upper half, then a giant cannon. It's a really cool build and definitely worth 2 battle packs. Next, we have Bricoleur Bricks File First ATLA. This is meant to be a variation of the ATDP. It's just he couldn't make it big enough to be an ATDP. And it's really cool. It's just the feet kind of fall off easily in the hind, and that just makes it kind of weird and everything. And then the doors are a little bit heavy, so it makes it fall over sometimes. But otherwise, it's pretty cool. Next, we have HailBricks File First MTT. And this is a pretty cool build. I originally didn't like it much, but it can store a lot of battle droids in its front section. I think that is a really cool aspect of it. The side builds I couldn't care for. Honestly, I would just say not build them. But yeah, the only problem with this is just 8 battle packs a little bit steep for a build. But yeah, it's still very cool. And next we have MocDrops, File First Arc 170 made out of one Arc 170. And what I have to say about this is just, this is really cool. If you can't build Bricoleur Bricks Arc 170, this is cool. The speeder is cool. The tower is meh, but yeah, it's a really cool build. I definitely recommend it. Next we have, I forget this guy's name, but he made a squad speeder out of File First Battle Pack, and this is really cool. It uses about half the battle pack, and it leaves you good pieces left over, and I use them to make some stuff. And this is just a really cool build. You can store your troopers. I really enjoy this build a lot. Next we have BrickBuilder Paden's File First HAAT, I think is what it's called. It's a pretty cool build. It's a dropship. Fit 2 minifigures in the pilot section. You have side guns if you fold out the doors and everything. But this is V2 version. I think his V1 version is a lot better, as you will see it next on this list, which is right here. His V1 version is a lot better because I think it just looks a lot cooler and everything. It looks a lot sleeker, and plus it comes with a speeder. He didn't make instructions for that speeder, but I managed to piece them together and make some for myself. So if you guys want to build that speeder, go check out my instructions I made. But yeah, I think this is just a better version of his V2. And then next we have, I forget this guy's name, but he made a really, really cool speeder out of the Clone Command Station. Only problem with it is that the guns are used to like get the angle of the front part and hold the console, so that's a little weird. But otherwise, it's a very cool model, and I definitely recommend it a lot. Next, we have Bricoleur Bricks File First Gunship, and the one main thing that really makes this thing fall apart is that its troop carrying ability is lacking. You can fit at most 8 troopers in the back, which sounds like a lot, but if you look at the space that is in the back, it's just there's a middle thing that goes through the entire thing and makes it kind of off, but otherwise, I really enjoy this build a lot. Next, we have Bricoleur Bricks File First ATTE, and this is a really cool build. It falls apart a little bit, which might knock it, but it looks really cool. You can fit a whole bunch of minifigures inside there, and I really recommend it as long as you're not just like bumping into it a lot. And next, this is Bricoleur Bricks side build for File First ATOT, and I think these are a lot better than the actual File First ATOT, so that's why I have them separate. The speeder and walkers alone that you'd get, I think, is just better than ATOT in general. Then you get a spider droid, sniper droid, personal shield, a bunker. It is just a really cool build, and I highly recommend just building these and not the ATOT. Next, we have Lego 360 Customs, or whatever it is, File First SWAT Speeder. And this is a really cool build. I enjoyed it a lot. The speeder and sidecar are also really good additions. Only problem is that the speeder and sidecar aren't exactly level, so you might have to do a little bit of modification. But otherwise, I highly recommend this build. Like one of the best SWAT speeders out there. And next, we have Lego Eric's TIE Interceptor, and this is an amazing build. When I originally got the TIE Fighter, I thought this isn't worth $45, but when I built it into this, I was thinking this is worth $50. Like, that's how good this TIE Interceptor is. It's so much fun to swing around. It looks amazing. And, yeah. Next, we have Bricoleur Bricks File First Droid Battle Pack, and this is really cool. It's made out of 2 File First Battle Packs, and you get an AAT, Hailfire Droid, which is a little weird, and 2 Droidicas, and 2 Staffs, and I think that's just amazing. It looks really cool, and you could skip out on the Hailfire Droid if you want, but this is just a really cool build and everything, and I highly recommend it, even building multiple of them. And next, we have Bricoleur Bricks MTT, made out of 2 AAT sets, and this is really cool. It holds a lot of droids, has a fold-out command center, has fold-out gun storage, and this is just a really cool build. It can hold 14 droids, 16 plus the pilots, and it's overall just amazing. Next, we have Bricoleur Bricks File First Arc 170, and this thing just looks amazing. I tried to convey that in this thumbnail when I was taking the picture, but I could not capture how amazing this thing looks. And it's very sturdy, so you can swoosh around. Maybe you have to pick up by the engines, but you can swoosh around a lot, and I absolutely just adore this build. Then number 3, we have Bricoleur Bricks File First UT-80, and this is amazing. It is so sturdy, so many play features. It is just amazing. Only problem with it is that it's a Patreon exclusive, so that doesn't bother me much, but for other people, I can see that. But this is overall just an amazing build. And at number 2 here, I actually have this build on hand, and I guess so to say, Bricoleur Bricks File First Dropship is my second favorite build that I've ever reviewed. It is the first build I've ever reviewed, and this is the exact copy that I reviewed almost 6 months ago, which I think that can just show how much I love this build. This is the only build I've ever kept built for that long time, and man, I just really like this build. It was the first alternate build I built from him, and just, I cannot get out the words for how much I like this thing. It's so well done and everything. Guns, engines, platform. I mean, I do have some weird troops on here right now, but Man, I just love this thing. But of course, there can only be one number one. And that, of course, is Dorian Bricktron's Fall First Heavy Gunship. This gunship is amazing. It is very sturdy. You have fold-out missile pods on the sides. You have great troop interior space, a lot better than Bricoleur Bricks. You have great cockpits. You have a proper archway to put some troopers in. I put some jet troopers. Only downside is that the guns in the front are ball turrets. They just go up and down, and then there are no side cannons. But still, I just really enjoy this thing so much. It looks so great and everything. And I absolutely love it, and I recommend it just a lot. I severely recommend this build. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this 50 subscriber special. I'm very thankful for all of you. I never thought that 50 people would enjoy a teenager playing with Legos and then posting them on YouTube. But yeah, leave any suggestions and comments for any builds you guys might want me to review, and maybe any other none-to-one videos I should make. And yeah, bye.